Okay, we're rolling.
You are now tuned in to the Pillow Talk Podcast Hour. You are now tuned in to the Pillow Talk Podcast Hour.
Girl, hurry up. The show about to come on. Come on.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, grams.
Yo, we up in the building. We up in the building. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We finally up in the building. One good time. One good time. What can I say? What can I say? We here today. Another blessed day, I must say. Yes. And what's going on, baby? Yeah, we up in the building. And we're going to get it popping today. We got our man up in the building. We're going to get around to it. We want to start off with the introductions. And of course, you already know, yes, we got the dream team in the house, and we have me and my beautiful wife, the dream team. Yes.
You gotta stay a team. You gotta stay a
Yes.
team.
Yes, oh yes, they're here. The dream team is here. We in the building. Yes, we in the building. We in the building. And next to my beautiful wife is Mr. Anthony Jordan. Yes. From Invito Chef
In the building.
Kitchen and Invito Chef. I'm mixing it all up. I'll let
Just
you
mix
explain.
it all up.
Mix it all up.
It's
all
food. It's
good.
like food. Just mix it up.
Yes.
It tastes good.
It tastes good. And next to him, we got our panel. We have one part of our panel. Gina is very upset right now because, you know what? I'm upset with her because the Bengals lost. I don't know how they lost.
Oh,
I don't even want to talk about that. I was so pissed.
yeah.
They're supposed to win that game. Yeah, they're supposed to win that. But we got our man, Roberto Sanchez.
Yes,
Emery.
Sanchez now. You got to get it right.
Sanchez Emery. Yes, we got it right.
I'm mad
Sanchez.
too because, my Colts lost by 3 points as well.
Oh.
They fought. We fought a good fight.
They lost by 3 points.
Okay? Yes,
That's sad.
34-37.
That's sad, man. That's sad. But sometimes it be.
But I can't be too mad, but we gave a fight. We fought.
Yeah, Cincinnati fought.
We didn't just lay down and just take the blows.
Right.
We gave some blows back.
Yeah,
You
give
know
some
what I'm saying? We was
blows
getting
back.
blows back. But we just couldn't finish it out.
Yeah. Cincinnati gave away the game. I ain't gonna even talk about that. They gave that game away.
Like we kind of gave
They
ours
had
away.
that
We kind
easy.
of
The
gave
dude
ours away too.
who
Though.
dropped the punt.
When he cut, he messed up.
fumbled it.
I saw that too. I was like, oh my god,
He
I ain't
fumbled
fucking
it.
that dude. That was so sad, but it's all good.
Yeah.
We're here today. We're gonna talk about some things today. Yeah, we looking crazy, but we're gonna talk about some things today. We're gonna talk about some things, but it's all good. So We're going to start this off today. We're going to start this off talking to my mans. We're going to talk to my mans, ask a couple of questions. First, I want to ask Mr. Jordan, we're going to skip that part, but what's your occupation?
Personal chef.
Personal chef, yes.
Personal chef.
Yes. What all entail in your mind when you think of personal chef, in your category field, whatever, what all goes down with the personal chef thing?
Personal chef he his own boss. If it's food related, most of the time, if he's versed, he's educated, he can make it happen.
Right.
It could be anywhere from teaching to meal prep to events, helping people put restaurants together, knowing where the equipment, how to purchase the equipment.
Right.
Where to buy the equipment, quality equipment. It could be teaching. It could be teaching certain areas of food, nutrition. I was taught Cincinnati State.
Right.
So,
right. That's where you learned your skills from.
I learned my skills from running around in these restaurants.
Oh, okay.
Cincinnati State just gave me a certification. Yeah, I guess to say, I guess I'm legitimate.
So you taught at Cincinnati State?
No.
Oh, you went to Cincinnati?
I went to Cincinnati State to, I don't know, I guess fine tune it. I guess to actually put a stamp on it.
Exactly. Okay.
Put a stamp on it, because in the areas I was trying to move into, a lot of people look for that. They want to know, so where you go to school, if you're certified, because certain things come with the certification. You go in certain groups and, I wouldn't call them a fraternity, but, just because you're certified, you go in certain groups. You get benefits from the college, and you go on mailing lists for certain things and stuff like that. So.
Right, and I think so. For instance, I think it's good too to get certified in it, because a lot of people can cook, but it's certain ways to cook. You got to learn the temperature. You got to be, you got to learn about the expiration on foods, and So I think it is good that you did go to school to become a chef, because it's a lot of people just get out there and they just cook and sell food, whatever, but they just the traditional home cooking, but not knowing when you're cooking for lots of people and other people other than your family, you need to know certain things of, the temperatures and the expiration date, and the how much you should put in it.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing that you did go to school for. So people do look for that. So it's like if you want to hire a personal chef, you would be like,
yeah,
what's your qualifications?
Because you can go, I can go on Indeed. Somebody can say, hey, it's a position, but you got to go on Indeed, and I already know. Most people know if you go on there and they might have qualifications. They might ask, are you certified? How long you been in it? Are you insured? Stuff like that. So I just wanted to put myself in the best position to be able to succeed and not let, not having insurance or not having a certification or, a degree or something like that hold me back, because when I was younger, it did hold me back. I missed the opportunity on a lot of jobs just because I wasn't certified in something in the culinary industry.
Okay. So was cooking, was it always your passion?
Yep. And I laugh because when I was growing up, we want something to eat. My mother sleep. We ain't gonna bother her, so we just get on the stove and start trying to cook, and she wake up and smell it and swear up and down that I done threatened my brothers and sisters to don't tell, and then she threatened them, make them tell, So I done burnt up eggs and, all type of stuff. So I believe it was always there.
And you to want to cook.
Most of the time when I got in trouble for something, it was cooking or setting something on fire, playing with fire. So
you like that.
Yeah,
that flame.
I like flames.
You like the flame.
I like fire. I like trouble.
You you like to play?
I like the reaction people get when they see it.
Right.
So what is your specialty? What do you like to cook the most that you enjoy?
I like anything with a nice pasta in it. You know, so it could be any combination of pasta. I like pasta. When you saute them right, because when I was coming up in the industry and working for other people, I gravitated toward the saute. They have positions in the kitchen just like football team, and I used to gravitate toward the saute station because it was fast, it was exciting, and it could change. It wasn't you wasn't a robot. You didn't come in every day and do the same thing over and over again. And then it also, that position would give you the freedom to be creative. Sometimes it was not by your, the customer might say, let's switch this out. I want this way. I don't want it the way it's on the menu. I want it totally different. But most nice high-end restaurants have what they call daily specials. And daily specials is a chance for the chef or who's ever in charge to get creative with the ingredients in the kitchen. And I was all over it.
So you can make your own special for that day?
You can make your own special up to date. Wow. I've had, I worked for the Masonette, and that was, you don't get no higher than that.
Wow.
And the chef walked in one day and he's like, I was like, man, we ain't got we had signature, things. And one of them was
dishes,
a salad dressing. And I said, we out of it. He says, make one. Walked away. I was like, whoa.
Was you nervous?
I was nervous, and the dressing took, I think, 2 hours. I wanted to be perfection, I wanted to taste right, but I had been doing them. By that time, I walked in kitchens when I was 17.
Right.
Probably when I was there, probably was 27, 30 years old.
Yeah.
So I put it together, and I sweated, and I thought, and I overthought it, but I put one together, and he walked in and tasted it, said, put it on the table.
Wow.
And,
what was the name of it? I know you had to introduce it to customers.
I gave it some crazy name. It was, I don't remember. We was in them French spots, so you had them names, but it was by being a special at the Masonette, it may have got printed out on a piece of paper and they handed it out, and then that, when like we ran out of it, they went back to the, because those type of places have house dressings.
Right.
And you can go there today and go to the service,
different one,
get married, come back 20 years later, it's the same dressing, made the same way, with the same technique.
Right.
So that was an opportunity for me. That was a hell of an opportunity. Might not seem nothing to nobody else, but in the cooking world, that was a hell of an opportunity.
Yeah.
You got 5-star chef, world-renowned 5-star chef saying, hey, just go make the dressing and let me taste it before you send it out. And he tasted it, he proved it, and my chest was out here. So
especially after he approved, that's a top notch, and he put you on the spot. And you had to.
Yeah.
He like, make one up. Oui, nigga.
Yeah.
Come on, let's.
Because that was a double kitchen. It was one kitchen, but it served the Masonette and Lenormand. So, to have that chef at that time in my career to even trust me to do it, and then taste it and approved it.
Yes.
And it actually hit and you hear the waitresses go out there and they say, so what's the salad dressing? So we have, and I'm like, I'm over the top. So
right.
What are some of the big names you've cooked for, or you served, or have you?
I mean, it's I've catered music hall. Some of them I can't say because of actually a non-disclosure agreement.
What?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that they would have a non-disclosure agreement with that, though.
Yeah. Because a lot of times you're going in people's homes.
Okay.
You might go in somebody's home and
Like the late great Johnny Bench or something, like going his home
He
and
might be in Johnny Bench home.
Yeah.
He a Hall of Famer.
right,
I don't want everybody to know where he living at. I
right,
don't want everybody to know what his dog look like.
mm-hmm,
I don't want everybody to know how many Porsches he got in the garage.
all that, yeah,
And you know, a lot of times you go to those. These are busy professionals,
mm-hmm,
so they might hire me and say, "Hey, bring me in, show me around." And next week, I get the key code to the door.
right, yeah. So they're making sure you got to sign
Right.
that. You got to sign that.
You know, they don't want me, pulling up. Oh, my cousin here with me to help me.
Right,
You know,
Right.
right.
I'm in the house with a phone.
On TikTok.
Podcast,
Right.
TikTok.
Yeah,
So, but it's been some people. It's been some good people. Some of them, like I say, it's an NDA. I can't say, but I've been blessed.
yeah.
It is.
I can imagine.
I'm
man.
blessed.
I can only imagine.
I
man.
can't complain.
Right.
It was. I got tired of working for other people.
Right.
I got tired of going to work. You could give me a job right now with Michael Jackson. I'd be like, I go maybe once or twice just to say I worked with Mike, and then I'm gone.
Right.
Because it's a flow. It's really a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't something I just. I'm gonna put on a suit today and go out and cook, and then I'm gonna go home and I'm a race car driver. This evening I skydive, and it's constant. It's a lifestyle. So you're with other chefs, and you learning your craft, you honing your craft.
Yes.
Things outside the craft, like this, podcast, a TV show, book, interview. So it's a lot of elements that come along with it.
Right.
It's a blessing.
Now I don't know if we even got around to that subject because I was, when I was going through the technical difficulties trying to get our this scene right here popping up, but so I don't know if this question was asked or not. But what inspires you to get into the cooking game? Did y'all already ask that?
I was gonna ask that, but I didn't.
Yeah, just at home, mom sleep, hungry, want to cook. Start trying to cook. Burn the eggs up, and
Right. Right.
you know how I go.
Yeah.
Put a hole in the pot, and something catch on fire, and I don't know. It was just there. It was funny because all these years, my son, my namesake, was born.
Right.
And I didn't have a job.
Right.
Restaurant right down the street on the corner.
Uh-huh.
My brother coming home every day. He got the J's on. He got the Max. He got fresh haircut, and I'm like,
The older brother, younger
younger.
brother. Okay.
And I'm like, man,
Yeah.
where is you getting all this money from? He's like, I work at the restaurant down the street. And to me, it was exclusive because every time I've seen people going in and out there, the women had on fur coats, the guys had on suits and bow ties, tuxes and stuff. And I'm like, man, you don't work down there. He's like, I do. So I really was calling this bluff. I said, next time they hire, let me know. He's like, okay, all right. It's a couple of days. About a week later, he walk in. He says, man, they want to talk to you. I said, who? He said, people down at the restaurant. I said, for what? He said, you said you want a job. I said, who am I supposed to go talk to? He said, go talk to Craig. I said, man, if I go down here and you lying, I'm going to beat you up. He was like, no, I'm for real. I'm for real. So I was like, okay. So I walked in there, asked for Craig. They told me, hold on. I smelled all this food I ain't smelled before. The place was just what we call now eclectic, stuff and violins and,
It was like one of them.
Yeah, because it was owned by a guy that used to play for the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra.
Oh, right.
And
So it was upscale for real.
right,
For real.
it was all these artifacts and stuff, and I'm like, oh. So I walk over, and he gave me kind of a standing interview.
Right.
And he said, can you start tomorrow? I said, yeah. And we shook hands, and I walked away, and they bust out laughing. And I turned around.
Who, your brother them or the people?
The people the guy that head chef and the assistant chef, and they bust out laughing. I turned around, I'm like, and it's like, well, don't you want to know what you're gonna get paid? And I'm like, well, yeah, So they told me the next day I went in and we here today. You know, through a lot of trial, tears, mistakes,
Wow.
injuries, accolades,
Yes.
breaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. And at that point, you knew how to like pretty much whip it up pretty good.
I learned it was a group of guys in there, probably about 6 or 7 guys in there. And if I hadn't worked with those guys, I don't think I'd be here today. Because they knew what they were doing, they knew how to do it. They were slick.
Right.
They knew how to improvise. If something happened, they knew what they were doing.
Right.
I was blessed, and they took me up under their wing, and here we are today.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
What to this right now, what motivates you to create new foods or different spices, different salts, and different?
I love food. I like food. I like the industry because food you can't get bored.
Right.
You know, it's
right.
like if I worked at Ford Motor Company, unless I'm designing the actual cars and paint and engines and stuff like that, I'm bored. Food, you just never get bored. It's 3 million ways you can cook a piece of chicken. Sometimes you ain't got to cook it. Peking duck. It's coated with heavy seasonings, coarse seasonings, wrapped in banana leaves and buried under the ground.
And
A couple days later, they come back, take the dressing out, they look at it, they redress it, put it back up under there. A couple days later, it's done.
So let me ask you this:
It's edible.
with that, it's pretty expensive, right? Because of the time and effort.
Ground?
They buried under the ground.
And
Ancient.
Like
Is it expensive?
real ground, like under the ground.
I don't know. I've never had it.
Peking chicken.
duck.
Peking
you have
duck.
you have a lot of like curing. Basically, it's a curing process.
Right.
A lot of your pork and things like that, they're not cooked. They're cured.
Right.
You season them heavy with whatever you're going to season with, but the main ingredient is salt. Salt pulls out the moisture. Put it on a hook in a temperature control room. Check it. Maybe some mold might appear. Get the mold off of it. Cut it off, because most of the time it's going to appear in the fat, wherever it's like oily or damp at. Cut it off. 2 or 3 days. A lot of stuff we eat today, you don't even know it's cured.
So now you said, is mold, it might, mold might appear on it. Is that such a bad thing that mold appears on it? Then you scrape it off?
Mold's in blue cheese.
Right.
All bacteria ain't bad bacteria.
Right.
I was just about to say that. Sometimes they say like they make penicillin
You took the words out of my mouth. Penicillin is a bacteria.
Right.
and they make it from like mold and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I got a question I want to ask you. I think you kind of touched on that. When did you want to be a chef? You already kind of touched on that, didn't you? Yeah, you kind of touched on that.
I was cook for a long time, and then I just got tired of being a cook because it seemed like the chef was having fun, and he was telling me what to do, and he was making money, and he had the girls, and,
and he pretty much directs traffic, right?
He was directing traffic.
Right.
I've been chefs at other establishments that's been owned by other people, and even still, I wasn't satisfied.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, I liked them. I liked the position. I liked the knowledge. I liked the things that I learned, and that I was able to produce and give and share. But I still wasn't satisfied. It was because you could be creative to a certain extent.
Right.
If I was working for somebody else, I probably couldn't even be sitting here. I'd be at work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'd be at work.
Yeah.
If somebody says, we need you to work on Sunday, I'm at work.
Yeah.
So
That's true. That is very true. So what in your experience as a chef, what does it take to be a chef, a real chef?
Determination.
Determination.
Always learning, having an open mind. You ain't the best. You don't know it all. Because again, you know, I could say I know it all. I can have my chest poked out, and all I need to do is get in the car, and I'm on vacation in Denver, and somebody will show me 20 different techniques
Wow. Yeah.
in one restaurant.
Right.
You know, so it's you could be happy, but you gotta be humble at the same time.
Right.
You know, and it's segments like everything. You know, like these mics. You know, you got certain type of mics. You know, you got certain
High
type of mic
definition,
stands. You know, everybody's selling
Yeah.
mic and mic stands. You
Yeah.
know, this is what makes mine better. This is what makes mine waterproof or more efficient. It's the same in cooking.
Yeah.
No, and just being humble and knowing that you're doing your best,
Right.
but it's kind of a hard thing to say who's the best because best in what? It could change.
It could change instantly.
It could change
with
on
a
a
dish.
dime. I could bring 10 chefs in here and we can give them all the same ingredients. Everybody gonna come up with something different.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what makes when you cook? What specifically do you do to let people know it's you cooking? That it's your signature. I mean, what defines your food?
I grew up working in nice high-end restaurants. I've been to Masonette, been to Lenormand, Pig Al's, Riverview, Revolving.
I ain't never heard none of these.
I mean,
Yeah, these are, we talking, they rate restaurants by stars, the highest you can go. Masonette was 5.
Right.
Only place in the world at that time that had won the Mobile 5-Star Award 40 years in a row. Damn. When we had a chef, the original chef, the first chef who was hired there, I think he had been there like 30 something years, and he was, you know, he was changing and they was bringing in a new chef. When they brought in the new chef, John Robert, and he passed a few years ago, it was like Michael Jackson came to town. That was huge.
Right.
Yeah, because that was huge in the chefdom world.
There's something special about being a chef, man.
That was huge. And so the way you got this room set up was the way I went to work. We go to work and there'd be cameras in there and microphones and people like you with headphones on and monitors because that was a big business. Damn. And so it's just, I got into it, started off at those places, learned what I could learn, listen, was always listening, no. Was always coherent, no.
Right.
You know, and you learn that it's a lifestyle, it's a life.
Right.
You know, and I used to do that when I was younger. You know, I just run in a place, work my hours. You would never catch me with the chef jacket on, out the building. Sometimes we had to wear those hats. You know,
right.
You're not gonna catch me out the building.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
And it started to change. I started to see the possibilities.
Right.
You know, chefs who were doing more than just running kitchens. They were teaching. They had, you know, they was on public assets doing demos, and they were at, I don't know what you call them. You know, you might go into Procter & Gamble.
Right.
Procter & Gamble do a demo for 100 people.
Wow. Yeah.
I was like,
inspiration.
whoa. And those guys that I was working with by Music Hall, what kind of opened the world for me, one of them was missing. He was missing for about 2 weeks. I'm like, where is so-so? He was on, what's the group that, Steven Tyler singing?
Not Kiss. Any Kisses.
No. He was the chef for them.
Steven Tyler.
The
The one with the big lips and me.
Yeah, I can't think of the group. It's on the tip of my
Oh
tongue.
no, not Kiss. I know what you're talking about.
Aerosmith.
Yeah.
I think it's Aerosmith. And he had left us and actually was gone for like 2 months because he was cooking for Aerosmith.
2 months.
I was like, wow. They was on tour and he was on tour with them.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Because my man didn't conceive outside the kitchen at that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can chef, you can work in the kitchen. I'm like, oh, so we get to go with people, hang with them, and cook for them, and
Yeah.
ooh,
Right.
That's and he was, I gave him a kick. You got it. He was,
Right.
and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I want to know how you do that.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that's inspirational.
When you, like I said, when your food, what defines you from anybody else when it comes to how you cook?
mostly,
Like if I ate your cooking and then how would I determine yours from somebody else's?
you know what?
Then you be like, you got something like I'm saying, you got something, you put your own little twist
little
that
spank
people,
on it.
yeah, that people know. This is Chef George. You know what I'm saying? He only want to be doing this.
That
you
used-
know.
That used to be a question that used to drive me crazy, right? I wanted to start a business. I started it because I had the history in the Masonettes and the Normandies and stuff like that. And my pastor was trying to help me along the way because he was a business owner. And he said, I want to introduce you to somebody. Introduced me to a guy that was because I had dreams of the stuff that I was doing in the past. We cooking the filet mignons with the béarnaise sauce and, the asparagus and all this and, with the truffle mushrooms and stuff like that. So, I'm coming from, Pig Al's and Masonette and Riverview across the river. And that was what I wanted to do.
Okay.
My pastor used me for a couple events. And he says, how's business? I'm like, man. He says, you know what? I got somebody to introduce you to. So he gave me this number. He's like, call this guy. And I called the guy a couple times, left message, never get no response from him. So I was running back to the pastor. We in church Sunday. He says, you talked to him? I said, no. He says, you know what? I'm going to call him and then you call him again. And when I called the guy answered. We set up an appointment. And I met him. He came outside because I couldn't find the place. He came outside. And when he walked me into the building, people was in there working out. And I'm like, He's like, yeah, can you cook? I said, yeah. He says, you think you could do something healthy? I said, yeah. He says, we have a lot of stuff, and I'm a personal trainer. He says, I train competitive bodybuilders. He said, we have a lot of snacks and desserts. He was like, but they mass produce, they process. He was like, and we're looking for something different. I was like, okay. So, I used the, I went back, put some parfaits together, put some things together, and I took them back. He says, yeah, looks good. He said, it tastes good. He says, so how many calories in it? I was like, oh. He said, how much protein in it? I was like, ooh. He was like, you know how many carbs in it? I'm like, oh, I done messed this up. He's like, no, cool. He says, look, we train competitive bodybuilders. He said, and people that get healthy, he says, we need to know those things. You got to be aware of those things, and they call macros. He says, you need to be aware of the macros, and because we're trying to get people to get in shape. I've been in competition and putting other people in competitions. Some of these people here are going to be in competitions, and their food got to be right. I'm like, okay, so it hit home because I've always been kind of health conscious, play sports and stuff like that. And so I went back home and, I did some research, about protein and carbs and, omega-3s and, and stuff like that. And I put some parfaits together. Took the parfaits up there. He tasted them. I explained to him what I did. I didn't like them. He said they was cool. We started selling them out the gym, and that's how it happened.
Wow.
You know, we here today. I started, making meals wholesale for him. But they was parfaits. They was like little desserts and stuff. So I'm walking out one day, and one of the person that he trains says, "Hey, you do real food?" And I was like, "Yeah, what do you mean?" She says, "I be working, I be hungry after I leave here. I get home late. I just need something just
Healthy, but a real.
right."
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how I found out about meal prep.
I was going to ask you that earlier.
Yeah.
too.
What year? What around what year this was?
We
What was this?
talking 2012.
2012. Okay. Yeah.
2012.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I started so now I'm selling him little parfaits and stuff wholesale. When he seen me making meals for the clients, then he started buying meals wholesale.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Selling them, and it was cool, because he was holding cooking competitions because it was
Wow.
another guy that was doing it for him, and he wasn't consistent.
Right.
And that's how I got in.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I got another guy to do it, and I'm doing them, and it probably was another 30 days before I even seen the other guy, Betty.
Wow.
And when he walked in, he was like, because I guess he thought he had a
But
monopoly
he had to
on the
slow
gym.
down. It sold up. Yeah.
Right. And so I started doing the meals, started meeting people, kind of started finding my way, fanning out. And
Yep. Drop the ball. That's what happens.
Yeah.
There it is.
Gotta say.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you. I want to ask you a question. So I know you have two different type of organizations going on. You have the Invito Kitchen, and you also have the Invito Chef.
Yes.
Now, can you give us an explanation on what's the difference between the two?
Invito Personal Chef was the first business, and it's for profit. It's and Invito Kitchen is nonprofit.
Okay. Okay.
So Invito Kitchen mostly focuses on nonprofit activities. Kids cooking classes, feeding the homeless.
Yes. 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 And so you actually gonna give us a demonstration on the thing you got going on for the homeless, right?
Yeah, I got a way. It's nothing new.
Right.
It's the technology has been around for centuries. I just thought it's probably something that we could use for the homeless because, I'm in those areas.
Right,
Pull up
right.
at the gas station. Somebody's, can I help you? Can I pump your gas? I used to give them money.
Yes. Yes.
I give
Right,
them money.
right, right.
I go in the store. I might buy them something. Hey, what you want? Sometimes it ain't food or hygiene. Hey,
Yeah.
man, I need cigarettes.
Yeah. Right.
I go in and buy them a pack of cigarettes. I was doing that, and then I get home, and I'm like, okay, I'm missing $40.
Right.
Where'd $40 go? And I'm replaying what happened during the day. Oh, okay, this person 10.
Yeah.
Okay, this person 5.
Bought some
Okay,
cigarettes for
2.
that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bought that person a pop, and paid for something at the counter. Paid it forward at the counter, and I wanted to come up with something that I think would benefit them more. 'Cause a lot of time when you give them the money, is
Right.
what's got them there asking for the money in the first place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I definitely understand it.
Let's cut through the chase.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a real quick commercial break, and when we come back, Mr. Anthony is gonna show us a little demo of the homeless kit that he has put together, that he has come up with. So we'll dive into that. Just give us a quick second while we take this quick commercial break. Yes, we are back. We are back. And like I said, when we come back from break, we're going to have our man, Mr. Anthony Jordan, show us a little something special that he has prepared for us and mainly homeless people that's out there. So We're gonna see how it breaks down. Here we go. What you got, Mr. Anthony?
Yeah, you got here
I was on camera.
in the armed services. They call it an MRE. Ours is it's our version, Vito Kitchen's version of an MRE.
Yes.
Somebody that's homeless, struggling. I run into them all the time. I always want to do something for them, but I want to do something different.
Right.
It's a kind of a segment of homelessness that they won't even go get the help. They will not walk up to one of the feeding places. They won't walk to a place and get, clothing, a coat, hat, or something.
No,
to
this
that
way.
effect.
Right.
So,
No, this way. Yeah, move this way.
You cool? Yeah, you cool? Yep, that's it.
Right here?
Yep. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to come up with something like the conversation we was just having.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'm at,
There you go.
you're at the gas station and hey, you got some change, or you going into, you might be with your family. You're going into a place, hey, can you help me out? And you don't want to say no.
Right.
You really don't want to say no. Sometimes you have to say no. You don't have it, safety reasons. You just don't want to give.
Yes.
It ain't they day, it ain't they lucky day.
Right.
So I wanted to come up with something different. It's a lot of places that they could go, walk in, eat, our daily bread, places like that. I wanted to do something different for the ones who are ashamed to walk into those places.
Yeah.
And I just created, in the armed services, they have something they call an MRE, and it's meals ready to eat.
Right.
And the meals ready to eat kind of gave me the concept. And all it is a package with other things. Most MREs is all food. What I put together is hygiene also,
Right.
with on top of the food element. Only difference is the food that comes in the MRE is mass produced and it's manufactured.
Right.
They get personal chef food.
So they're getting that real deal. And is this something that you, when you go to each person, is it the same meal or is it like different?
It'll change daily.
It varies. Okay.
Yeah, it varies.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I could put together something similar and it'll just have a whole bunch of pre-made, ramen noodles. I might get burned for this, but I've seen organizations invite the homeless in to help them, and the homeless is walking away with a grocery bag. They got potatoes, corn, carrots, milk, butter, cheese, and it's like, they homeless.
You need a home
Where you
basically
gonna
for
cook
that. Somewhere to cook it.
Where
To
you
prep.
gonna cook
Yeah.
it at? Right.
And then it messes up the community because the community mad because the milk is in front of their store,
Right.
The macaroni boxes is thrown down the street, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to come up with something that they could get to faster.
Right.
It was already made, eat and go.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So the package, and this one is just one, it could vary. This one you got applesauce. You got Irish Spring body wash.
Wow.
Uh-oh. You got a Kool-Aid Jammers. Oh, that's trash.
Right.
Deodorant.
Man.
Wash rag.
Wow.
Strawberry lemonade. Sanitizer wipes.
Man.
The magic bag. In the meal.
Now, what's inside that meal you have right there? Because I might have to let you warm it up. Nah, I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
Chicken.
Wow.
We got in the meals,
That look
I can
good.
control the meals.
Right.
So as far as like dietary restrictions, if somebody came and I actually had a relationship with somebody who was homeless and they say, hey, I'm allergic to so and so,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
diabetic or something
yeah.
like that. So if we in that position, I remember, hey, next time if I go to this location, I know, Ben was diabetic.
Right.
So and so got high blood pressure. So and so.
Right.
But this meal is kind of like just, a pasta, spaghetti pasta, sauteed Asian vegetables. So you got carrots in it. You You got snap peas. You got broccoli in it. Red onions, and chicken breast.
It look like it's grilled chicken too. It's grilled chicken.
It smell good.
Yeah, it smell good. Yeah, it look good. That's real.
So
Now what's the now you said something about the magic bag. What's that?
It's
Magic bag.
it look good.
Now, so you hand this to somebody that's homeless,
Right.
and they're like, oh, okay, whatever. You know, I got some hygiene stuff in here, and it's December, late December. It's cold, snow on the ground.
Right.
They homeless. We're not gonna let them in the corner store. Ain't no microwave. They homeless.
Right.
Nobody's gonna let them in. So, but they just got this meal.
Yeah.
So this is what they call a heater bag, right?
Right.
So you're gonna take the meal, which this can handle up to 70, 80 degrees heat. It's basically vacuum sealed.
Right.
The meal is gonna be already cooked.
Right.
So you're not cooking. All
You just
you're
heating it
doing
up.
is
Heating it up. Yeah.
So you're gonna take this. Take the meal, you're gonna stick it inside the heater bag.
Right.
Some heater bags, activator pod can be activated with water. This brand has to be activated with proprietary liquid. And all we're doing is,
And that liquid can touch your hands, right? It won't mess with you.
yeah, this liquid ain't gonna do nothing.
Oh, wow, I hear it sizzling.
Hear it already, don't you?
I hear it sizzling. That's wow.
So all you doing
Wow, I hear it sizzling already.
and I just put this in your hand.
It's sizzling.
Look, it's sizzling. It is sizzling.
crazy. What kind of liquid is that, man?
Wow.
It's outside.
Y'all see?
That
Can y'all see that,
is
that
look.
smoke? Yo,
Wow.
What? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
How does that? So how does that work? Like, how does
Hey,
the
that's gonna
liquid
melt the
actually
snow and
sizzle? I mean, how does it?
everything. That's gonna melt the snow and everything.
That is not
you
water.
outside, that is wild.
That ain't water, right?
No.
Man,
They got
that
something you can do it with water.
you can see the
This
smoke on the
company-
video. Yeah,
this
that's
company
crazy.
is
Yeah.
for liquid.
Do y'all see
Dang,
that?
that is amazing. That's amazing.
Wow.
That's wow.
So how long does it simmer down on its own? Or you like?
It'll eventually simmer down. This is certain brands that's selling the thingies.
Right.
And like this is the one this will burn your hand.
Right.
Most of them you got about a good 2-minute burn.
Right.
This one goes.
Wow.
And this is just basic military technology.
That is
So they would. So you have to explain that to them when you give it to them, or you do it.
I'll
Okay.
explain it to 'em.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's dope.
That's
dope.
very
That's
dope.
amazing.
Wow.
Just to think for the homeless, so they won't have to eat a cold meal. They already cold.
Right.
So then
That's gonna
to be
warm 'em
giving
up.
then that's warming them up. That is amazing, and that's awesome that you're doing that.
This brand with the heater thingies, they stay hot for hours. So it kind of has it kind of do two jobs.
You mean with the
Heater. So you figure, you got one of them packs.
Right.
You're sleeping outside.
That's gonna
Yeah.
warm you up.
You
Yeah.
eat your food, you turn around, you take the thing and put it in your blanket.
Wow.
You gonna heat the blanket up.
That's amazing,
it's
man.
warm.
That's very special.
And like you just say, for hours.
Yeah. So
Wow, that
And that's
is awesome.
the name of that is the MRE. MRE, meals ready.
meals ready to eat.
Meals ready to eat. Okay.
Wow, that's
Did
amazing.
y'all hear that? Meals ready.
Meals
Eat.
ready.
Chef
Yes.
Anthony Jordan
Wow,
has came up
awesome.
with an idea. So when he's feeding the homeless,
That's amazing.
he's used to they already out there cold during the
That's
wintertime.
Woo, watch
He
them.
cooked them not a personal, but he cooked them a meal.
Oh, it
Cooked
is
them
a
a
real
meal,
live
and
heat.
he
It's
goes
hot for
and he
real.
has
It's
a
hot.
package that he gives them.
Hey, like you said, it's gonna burn your hand. The heat is real live heat, like for real.
That's that real meal.
Like I said, this
Oh
one-
my God, that'll burn your
these
hand.
bags, that baggie, the activator baggie,
Right.
stay warm for 2 or 3 hours. So like I say, you get one of these in the winter,
About 2 or 3 hours.
You heat up the meal first.
Right.
You take this and just throw it, in your blanket or your sleeping bag or whatever.
Yeah.
You good.
You back.
Good.
You back.
Wow.
Now let me ask you a question. So how many do you think so far since you started this idea? How many do you think you've prepared for the homeless? Or do you have like a team with you, or are you by yourself?
I'm by myself. I don't even know. Because you know what I do? I got 2 boxes. I keep them in my car.
Right.
So if I'm, hey sir, can you got some change?
I got something for you. Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, can you help me?
Yep.
Hey sir.
Yep. You got a lot going on in there. That's
I ain't even,
man.
I ain't keeping count or nothing like that.
That's like
And they gonna appreciate that more than get some.
that's like
change.
at least a
You giving them
$35
all- you
thing right
giving them
there.
food, you giving them
me.
stuff to wash up in, body
Personal
wash,
hygiene.
drink, hydration, sanitizer wipes, all that, and
That's a lot.
you getting everything.
And
all
a
in one.
heater.
And a heater
Yes.
for a couple hours.
You got in this bag. is
Survival
basically
kit right there.
This indestructible.
Fire.
This indestructible.
Wow.
So they can put their clothes in it. They can keep their personal items in it. And once this right here, once you zip it up, because when I give them here, I didn't do it.
Right.
But
Oh, that's
when
done. I
the
heard it
ones
got
for the
done bubbly.
street,
Yeah.
they're sealed.
Okay.
So can't no air get in it, can't nothing get out, and it's basically indestructible.
Oh yeah, you saying that was pre-open, like, but the
Yeah.
ones that they get, they have
I
to
didn't
snap it
wanna-
off themselves. Yeah.
If this was one I was getting ready to give away, I would have heat sealed it.
Right. Yeah.
But even after the heat seal has been broken,
You got the
meal
Ziploc,
or
yeah.
whatever, you got this for whatever personal
Yeah.
items.
Yeah.
If you outside,
Yeah.
if you homeless, you want a bag like this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope, man. I love that. I
That's
love
very
that.
dope.
Yes. Dope. I love it.
That's very dope.
I love that, man. That's dope right there. Yeah,
That excited me.
we had to let you get that one off, man. We had to
That
let
was
you.
amazing. That was real amazing.
Yeah, that was dope. I can't lie.
Man, that's very dope.
Just trying to help. Just trying to find a way to help.
Oh man, that
Get
do
something to the
help.
community.
Right.
Right.
Doing
Yeah.
God's work.
Yeah.
It's doing God's
Man,
work.
you ever want
Taking care of God's
to
people.
go around pass it out one day? I help.
Okay.
Yeah. I was actually.
And I'm-
I help.
That's what I want to do. I want to eventually have an event where we got 100 cases, post
Right.
up somewhere and just get
Man,
around.
yes.
Well, let me know too, because
Yes,
like I was telling
that
you,
help.
remember I said I never like you said I didn't gave out money to people, the panhandlers and people out on, but I never actually, how people take a day out and they go and they just go feed the homeless. That's
Yeah.
something I never did, and I think I want to do that.
I'll take a day.
Yeah,
And this is how it always happened for me. I'm sitting around somewhere and I'm bitching about something that somebody didn't do or I didn't get, and I realize they didn't either.
Right. Right.
I'm
Yeah.
blessed,
Yeah.
and like I say, I keep them in the car.
We
So
get lost in the sauce
I
sometimes.
jump in the car, and what I was thinking and my woe is me goes out the window. Because I'm in Northside, so I'm
And it
in
makes your day a
Hamilton
whole lot
Avenue,
better.
and I'm just, it ain't hard to find.
Yeah.
Right.
You look left and somebody's pulling back out the garbage.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody's crossing the street carrying a blanket.
Right.
You like,
I
oh.
never. You know what? some. It's a. I have a coworker at my job, and we was just talking about this well, not this exact conversation, but we was talking about the homeless situation because she does a nonprofit thing. I'm gonna have to give you her number. Y'all gonna have to. It might be something that I'm quite sure something could be worked out in there. But she told me that I forgot which bridge it was, but she was like, if you go up on the such and such bridge, it's families up under there. Like, it's families with kids and children. You'd be
Wow.
surprised. Yeah, under the bridge, they stand, they ain't got nowhere to go. I'm like, damn.
I was running a culinary program in Price Hill about 5-6 years ago, and one of my students, her and the whole family was homeless, and they was living out the car.
Wow.
But she made it to class every day.
And she was homeless.
She was homeless, and I I actually was going through Facebook. You know, you just flipping through Facebook and you might be a friend or something like that, and seen them, and she doing all right.
Wow. She doing all right now? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is she in that field?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. So you really accomplished.
Yeah.
That's great. I had to make you feel good.
I trained her in a program that was funded by Kroger's and Block Ministries in Price Hill. And I was the chef of the program. And she would come in there. I was like, you know, what's going on? And I called it, you know.
Yeah.
But they was she took the advice, springboarded, and never looked back.
That's what's up, man. That's what you call success. Like that's real success, man. That's a success story right there, man. Like you never know. You could blink once, blink twice, and you homeless.
Yeah.
And that's a real deal. Because it's very easy to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can happen to me.
Yeah.
Leaving here, have a car wreck, and I'm at fault. And,
Domino
you know,
effect, all type of. Yeah, man.
Been homeless twice.
You been homeless twice?
Twice.
That shit can happen.
You gotta fight through it and bounce back.
Yeah,
I've been homeless twice.
Wow. That's well, you doing very good now, I gotta say.
Yeah. But you gotta fight through it. You gotta
fight through
can't
it.
give up. You gotta bounce back.
Yeah, you gotta fight through it.
Like I said, never know. Life be lifing.
Life be
Hit
life.
you with different things.
Turn, man.
You gotta tighten down your cap strap, laces up on your boots, and fight through everything. I mean, I had to live in the Red Cross emergency housing.
Yeah, real deal, Holyfield. Yeah.
Stay in the shelter. All that. Yeah, with the second time with my kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember a situation that I was in, man. I call it, I don't know what the lightweight homeless, I don't know, but I didn't look at it as a homeless situation because I was still paying. So I was doing, but anyway, so I had this office. Me and a partner had this office. Like, man, you should just stay in that mama. Shit. You can sleep, you got this and that, just put it in. I'm like, okay. And then when I had my youngest son, he'd come there, he think it's like an adventure. He was like, I can't wait to go over that again. We was in the office, like, yeah, we gonna sleep in there and everything. I'm like, I can't wait to get up out of here, but I'm cool. I ain't gonna let him know, but he looked at it like, wow, this is so much fun. He never knew that this is what I got to do right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I was like lightweight homeless, but I had to pay like $300 some to stay there. I was like, I do it. You know what I'm saying? So life be life, and like you said, dude, life be life. Yeah, man. So let me see what kind of questions I got for Mr. Chef Man. Yes, Mr. Chef Man. He already asked. What's that, babe? Yeah, his restroom. That's that thing. Yeah, I understand what it is. Go ahead. You probably already kind of named this. I know you named some things, but what was one of your favorite cooking gigs that you ever did that you can remember to this day?
Favorite cooking gig?
Yeah.
I liked them all.
All of them?
I liked them all.
All of them.
It was, I don't know, man. I would walk into kitchens, I would get hired, and it was exciting.
Right.
You know, the smells, the noise, the stress of seeing somebody about to spaz out. You know, we dropped the skillet. You made the wrong order. The food didn't come in. You know, somebody got burned. Somebody got cut. The customer sent back a tip. It was a celebrity there. They wanted to come in the kitchen and thank everybody and give away money. And you know, you up late. You know, because most restaurants don't close until 11, 12. So you know, we leaving there, going to the bars. Or, we going over to somebody's house, and we get to sleep. You know, now you get to sleep to 11 o'clock, noon, because ain't nobody gonna talk about you, because when you get up, you're gonna get yourself together and you gotta be to work at 3 or 4 o'clock.
That's crazy.
You know,
adventurous.
Yeah. You know, it's you got, because everybody gotta eat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, you walk in the dining room and it's, professional ball player, violinist from the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, professional wrestler, just, a politician,
right.
Just you know,
All over the place.
just everywhere, man. You know,
Yeah.
musician, you know, and it's just it, you know, and then you meet chefs who are, you know, got fame and fortune and
Yeah.
you know, but I've always liked to it's because it's never a dull moment.
Yeah.
You're never gonna go in and everything's gonna be the same. Somebody
Right.
gonna be late. Somebody dropped the tomato sauce. They put the wrong chicken on the salad. You know, they got a tip for making something. It's creative. You know,
Yeah.
it's stressful because you're on your feet. You know, you in conditions. Your conditions change. So
Yes.
you might be in a 1,100 square foot kitchen, but the kitchen temperature is 105, and you going into a cooler, in and out cooler all day. It's at 40, and then you may have to go in the freezer at 0. And this is
It's
all
a lot
day.
on your body.
Yeah, you
Your
all
mental
day.
too.
Yeah, people talking, people chattering. You trying to read the ticket to make the order, but somebody else is late, and you need to swing over and help them. And you know, and it has to be, you know, the boss quit, and you know, because he got mad because he didn't get his bonus, or you know, you never know. You
Never know.
You found out at the beginning of your shift, the place has been sold, and the new owners are here, and they trying to tell you what to do, why the shift's going on, and it's you got an hour waiting list.
Wow. And you got to be ready to get on top of things right then and there.
You gotta be ready.
Yeah.
You know, somebody ordered a filet mignon, and you out of them, and didn't nobody tell you. So you know, if you. And that's the part I really like, because before I became the head chef, I worked with a bunch of chefs who wouldn't just send a message out with the waiter.
Yeah.
They would change chef jackets, put on a nice one, maybe wipe their face off, make sure their hair was right, and they would go out and talk to the customer in person. And that customer would be just, it was like they had talked to Michael Jordan.
That's a real chef.
Right.
Yeah, that's a real chef, man.
And so, you know, it was it's this industry is an adventure.
Yeah.
You know.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Man, I was watching I watched this. I think I watched yesterday or the day before yesterday. I posted it on Facebook. But the movie was called The House of Spoils. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't want to really too much give everything away, man, but it's really like based off of, what's it looking for? It's based off like when you look at the movie, and I wanted to know how deep into it do you get when you're cooking or whatever. But when you look at this movie, it's about the history of cooking, and it's like it's telling you like to feed the soil, and the soil will feed you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like she at the end of the movie, she put her heart and soul into it. She really got the basis of and the idea of really being a chef. Like she was already good, but the new place where she had set off to and adventure to, she left her old job, which was like a high end, like you said. I forgot the name of that restaurant you said.
Masonette.
Like it was the highest, and she left and did her own thing, and it was like a challenge, like a mug. But at the end of the day, she got it, and she did her thing. Like she really dug in and fed the soil. And you would have to watch the movie because you would think it's one thing, but at the end you're like, oh, okay, I get it. So I wonder how deep into it do you get with your ingredients? Like, do you be like really specific? Like these have to be like chopped a certain way, or like have to heat to a certain temperature. Like you really have to be on it. Because when I'm cooking, I'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna add this, I'm gonna add that, I'm gonna do that, and if it tastes, it's good.
Most of the time, it's in my business. Somebody will kind of find out about me or reach out to me, and they go, "You got a menu?" I'm like, "Nope."
Right.
Because I don't do menus, because what I do is called lifestyle specific, and that's specific to each individual or each situation. So you might call, you won't work out. She might call, say, I'm diabetic, I need some help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody might just want to eat just to have fun. Somebody might have high blood pressure. Somebody might be diabetic.
Yeah.
So I wanted to leave those options open, especially in the kind of the health field, especially because when I first started, and I made a commitment. It was with the personal trainer who had the gym.
Yeah.
So I got into that because I was already, growing up playing football, and we want to lift weights and run track and all that. And I'm like, and it made sense to me, because everybody else, I had came from the world of filet mignons and béarnaise sauce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this was a whole new spin on something that I was already kind of involved in.
Right.
And so it's cool. It's cool. It's a niche, what they call a niche market.
Right.
And I just wanted to be the best in the niche market.
Yes. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
Simply put, yeah. That's how you got to be these days, man.
Yeah. I wanted to be the best. I wanted to
You
be
definitely-
OCD.
And to be the best, you really have to home in on your craft.
Got to train with the best, or be willing to beat this, go against the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've worked for the best. I've worked with the best. Cincinnati State. You can't get no better than that.
Yeah.
And I took the steps. I could have just ran out there and owned, what I know.
Right.
But let me go to school and,
Perfect.
get something,
Yeah.
and see what they got to say.
Mm-hmm.
And walked in school, and a month in, the instructor like, I need to go out here and go to administration, make a phone call, handle some paperwork. You running the class. And I'm like,
Right.
oh,
Right.
just do this, just do that. I'm gonna be half an hour. I'll be back. Whoa.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And so it was because, in a sense, I did it backwards, because a lot of people go to school first and then build a career. I had a career before I went to school. So it was like stuff that they was asking us in school.
You kind of knew.
I knew some of it, and then some of it became a talking point in class because I've already done it. Y'all haven't.
Yeah. So you had the experience. Yeah.
Right. So when somebody comes in and says, the Einstein of the class, and say, no, the book says you gotta cook that at 350, so and so, and then they say, do everybody believe that? And I said, so what if it's a convection oven? What if the stove is electric?
Wow.
Does it change? Now everybody's like, oh. I said, what if you're at a different altitude? What if you're cooking on an airplane? What if you're cooking on a boat?
Yeah,
What if
exactly.
you're cooking in Seattle?
Damn. So you've experienced the Seattle thing? Like, have you really experienced like going to a different, like on a plane or something like that? Cook? You have?
It's totally different because the altitude is different.
So what changes do you have to make?
So a lot of the stuff you have to cook ahead of time.
Okay.
You can't, because of the regulations on airplanes and stuff like that.
Okay.
And a lot of stuff is, microwavable, but some of those high-end private jets where you actually cooking.
Right.
Yeah, you have to, you're at different altitudes. You're in different, what is it called? Geography. What's on top of geography? I can't think of it right now. But
Andrea? You know what that is, though?
you and
Like, no.
you're in different environments. Them eggs ain't gonna curdle like that at 60,000 feet.
Different atmosphere. Yeah. Yeah.
The bacon ain't gonna cook the same way at 70,000 feet.
Wow.
So
Interesting. Never knew that. Never would think to, think of something like that. I want to switch it around a little bit. I just want to ask a question. I mean, so, I don't know if it's personal. I just want to know, by you being a chef and you cook, so in your past or present relationship, do they expect you to cook?
yes. A lot of times.
I would think so.
A lot of times, that's why they chose me in the first place.
You gonna cook for me?
That's what I hear. Oh, you're chef. So when you gonna cook?
Right.
Man.
Right.
And I love what I do. And if I'm in a relationship, I will cook.
Right.
It's automatic.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's just automatic.
Yeah. That's coming.
Y'all might invite me to your house and we be sitting there talking. And next thing you know, I done slid over to the stove, and as soon as you give me to go, I'm gone.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Dicing and slicing.
I'm sitting out on the balcony. Y'all in there talking, whatever. I done threw something together, set it down. Hey, this is what's going on.
Wow.
On the porch on the phone or something.
Wow.
And, it's just, I don't know. It's just there.
Yeah.
OCD
It's first
problem.
nature with you.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Right, OCD.
You see the kitchen, you ready to go and get it in.
Man, look, I could be
That's
driving.
That's your adrenaline. That's your adrenaline junkie. That's your drug. That's your
That's what
addiction.
keeps him
I
going.
know, like
Yeah.
my mom loved to cook. She used to love to cook, and that was like a stress reliever for her. It was a stress reliever for her. Like people would ask me, like I can cook. Sometimes I used to play like I couldn't cook, so people just won't ask me to cook. Like a lot of people think I couldn't cook, and they'd be like, "Oh, just bring this and that," because I play like I ain't, because I don't.
Yeah, she can cook. She can cook.
I can really cook. But my mom, some of the things that she used to cook, you know, I don't think I can hit how she cooked, because she didn't want us in the kitchen while she was cooking. Like, because people would be like, I can't believe you don't have your mom recipes and this and that. She didn't want us in the kitchen. That was her moment to herself. That was her moment where, you know, it was her peace of mind. She was, you know, she loved to cook, and that was a stress reliever for her.
Yeah.
It's very therapeutic. I could be going through something with somebody or some situation. If I gotta go to the kitchen, whatever.
Right.
I go to the kitchen, it's over.
Like you said, when you did the homeless thing, you driving for the homeless.
Yeah.
Your mind is erased from that problem, that situation that you had going on. It's forgotten about.
I've had, as a worker, 8-9 hour day kill me. And I was younger.
Right. Wow.
As an entrepreneur,
right.
a 12-hour day go past, and I'd be sitting down like, so what did we do? It's gone.
That quick.
Right.
It's just,
Yeah.
just gone.
Yeah.
I'm at home like, I get a call, hey, and I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Because I was in the zone.
Yeah.
I'm just gone.
Right.
Yeah. I got something for you, but we're gonna take this real quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. But I got something I want to ask you. See, it's gonna be a little interesting, but it's gonna have your mind like, let me think. But we'll be right back. Give us a second.
When I was 34 years old, I was 204 pounds, overweight, stayed tired, low self-esteem. Now I'm 52 years old, 150 pounds. I have good energy, good clarity. I love it.
Yes. We back.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to ask. I said I had a little question for you. It ain't traumatized or nothing like that. How you thinking like that? But I wanted to know, what is one of your favorite meals to cook, and what's your least favorite meal to cook?
My favorite, anything with pasta in it.
Okay.
Anything with pasta in it. I just had this because when I was younger, and I was hired in that kitchen across the street from Music Hall. That was like my training ground. And nothing seemed to excite me more than to watch them put the pasta together, because it was like you building a meal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you cooked a steak and some potatoes and some green beans and some garnishes, it was, the steak over here on the grill, the mashed potatoes was cooked earlier in a pot. They sitting somewhere in the steam table, and they probably end up sauteing the green beans. Most pastas are you building. So skillet, boom, oil, fat, garlic, the meat, vegetable, 2 or 3 vegetables, seasoning, the meat, garnishes, and you're building.
Right.
And it was the station. You had to be fast. You had to have a good memory. You could have 6 skillets going at the same time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I go crazy.
We had stoves with
Kitchen
six,
be a mess.
6 skillets.
What? One person, 6 skillets?
One person, 6
Oh
skillets.
yeah, nah.
Turn around, you read the ticket, come in, you stick it up in the thing, you look at it for a second, you get it, and you turn around, and you start
So
working.
you got to memorize. You got to know what season
Yeah.
to go with that. If you add milk, you got to add.
Right. Timing. Y'all might come in and you might be allergic to garlic.
Right.
You order something, he might want a steak, he wanted medium
Right.
with no seasoning. Cause he got high blood pressure.
Yeah.
You reading this on, okay, all right. He won't. And you going.
Right.
And you going.
And then to say, I don't know, pasta with chicken, blah blah blah, high blood pressure. Do it say like that?
It'll say no sodium.
Oh, no sodium.
It
Okay.
might the waiter might put on there no sodium and no salt.
Man, I be seeing when I go to Waffle House,
Yeah.
they be yelling out them tickets.
Yeah.
I be looking like, yeah, they gonna get it right. Cause they gotta remember all that stuff. They be yelling out, 2 of bacon, 2 of sausage, scrambled over heavy, and
Right.
then there'd be 2-3 orders at one time.
But I'm working in places at 19 that's
Right.
called, when they yell that out, they saying filet mignon, medium well,
Right.
haricot vert and new potatoes.
Right. What new potato? What that mean?
The little bitty,
Right.
Round
bitty-
potatoes?
Little bitty ones.
Huh.
What's that's a sauce you want to put on it?
No, it's the potato.
No, you said hair funny.
Haricot vert is a
Haricot
fancy
vert,
word
that's
for
sauce.
green beans.
Oh.
Haricot
You supposed to
vert,
know
green
that's
beans.
green beans.
Well, when you in those things, a lot of things are named their original, homeland name.
Right.
If I got to say
Like
that.
from Italy. It'd be
Right.
like,
So
yeah.
it's from Italy, it's from Germany, it's from France,
Okay.
it's from Poland, and a lot of times, especially in high-end restaurants, you use those names to give it a, mystique. So you can raise the
I'm
price.
saying that,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So,
Right.
Right.
if I say green beans and you trying to sell them to me a la carte for $10, I'm going to look at you like you're crazy. But if I say haricot vert a la carte,
Right.
you'll pay $12.
Just because of the name.
Right.
Just because you
That's it.
said it that way. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How you
If
say
I
it?
say-
How you say it?
Haricot vert.
Haricot vert. I'm gonna be
Now,
like,
if I
do
say-
y'all have Haricot vert? I'm gonna go out to dinner.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, do y'all have Haricot
Right.
vert?
So if I say, if I say, hey, here's the diamond, and it's like, okay, yeah.
Right.
Here's a solitaire,
Right.
same diamond.
Put a lot of respect on it.
Yeah, here's
Yeah.
a solitaire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
Paying for the name, basically.
yeah. We just gonna use the original homeland name.
Yeah. Yeah. Did it take you a minute to get used to that?
Nope. I don't know, man. Man,
It just
I walked in the
naturally
door
flowed.
like
It was in you.
I was 17, sitting at home, newborn in the house.
Right.
My brother walks in, he Jordan and Air Max out, and I'm like, man, where is you getting this money from? He's like, I work at a restaurant down the street. No, you don't.
Right.
Cause I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Right on the corner from Music Hall? No, you don't. He says, man, I work down there. And I called
Is
it.
that restaurant still there?
Nope. I called it as a bluff. I said, hey, let me know if they hiring. He came in one day, he said, they're hiring. I said, man, if I go down here, you playing, I'm going to beat you up. He said, no, for real.
Yeah.
Went down there, hired me on the spot.
Yeah. This when y'all used to live like right across the music hall?
Yep.
Right there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I remember that.
Went
I don't
down
remember
there.
that restaurant, but
Yeah. Hired
Yeah.
me on the spot.
Wow.
Went in there, got banged up, beat up, drunk, and but I learned.
Learned.
That was the
Yeah.
foundation. Those
You
guys
learned.
were. It was about 7 or 8 guys that worked in there, and they taught me. They had patience, and they was slick.
right.
They knew how to improvise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you hold on. Didn't I tell you we ain't have no flank steak? We're like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. Go back there, probably get a filet, slice it thin, hit it with a mallet, put some little dents in it, season it, send it out.
Wow.
Oh, the customer said that was the most fabulous steak they ever had. They said the tip. They want to talk to you. Can you come out? And I'm like, oh.
Right.
Okay. You know, to have, because we by music hall.
Yeah.
So you getting, a lot of times the performers.
Yeah.
Cincinnati Ballet, Italian Ballet, Russian Ballet, Anthony Quinn, you know, the director of the Cincinnati Ballet,
Right.
just, you know, Cincinnati Pops
Mm-hmm.
director, some of the performers. So, you know, we seeing all, you know, and I'm 17.
Right.
Green,
Yes.
I'm in it.
Yes.
You know, and
Yes.
then the guys that was the chef and all the guys that we was working with, I'm the new guy on the block.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's, what you doing? I don't know what's going on. We going to Suzzy Malone's. You know,
Wow.
we're going to Jupiter's or,
Yeah.
you know, I'm
Yeah.
going too.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Has it ever? I ain't gonna say when you was like getting started, but like just say since you came into your own, has it ever been anyone or any group of people that you was like, oh my God, I'm kind of nervous on this one. I don't know. Let me see what I got to do. Was anybody ever made you nervous? No nerves.
Because I was 18 talking to people from Music Hall.
Yeah.
You know, the director of the Cincinnati Ballet.
18.
The guy who actually owned the restaurant played in the strings section of the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
he would bring people in there,
Right.
Italian ballet dancers.
He bring all the big ones in there.
He bring them in there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The director of the Cincinnati Ballet. Like I said, the Cincinnati Pops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the maestro. You know, they in this spot. I'm 18.
Wow.
You know, and we lived on the side.
Right.
So we sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Anita Baker.
Anita
Hey,
Baker?
Can we? Okay. Because
Wow.
we lived right across the street from the performer's
yeah.
entrance.
Yeah, sure did, yeah.
So we catching, who is that? Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, how you doing? Can you sound autograph? Yeah. Anita Baker. Luther Vandross.
Anita Baker,
Freddie
man.
Jackson. The Winans. George Carlin. You name it.
Yeah.
We was catching them.
Wow.
We lived right. It was where we live. Our house sat here. It was a garage door here, and it was a garage door. It was a door here. This was the door for the performers' interest, and this was the door where they made the props for the shows. And it was like a garage door, and it stayed open. So you know, we just go. What y'all doing in here today? Oh, we making so and so, so and so. Who is that? Oh, that's Anita Baker. Hey, Miss Baker, can you? Yep.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That's a lot of memories right there, dude.
Yeah. So it was, you know, we ballet dancers, performers, you name it,
Right.
right there on the side of Music Hall.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And then the people that would come into the restaurant, because the restaurant sat on the corner. So the Music Hall had created a room called Critics Club, and it was for people who wanted to see the show, but they didn't want to sit in the audience because they wanted to drink, smoke cigars, run their mouth, and not get, you know, be disrespectful to the people that were sitting next to them. So we started catering there. And
Right.
we would come right out the restaurant and go through the side door. It would be propped open for us. So, you know, we go in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. We
That's
see 'em.
crazy.
So you had a fun, exciting chef, like leading up into it. Like
Yeah.
so you had a lot of experience in
Yeah.
the regular people being chefs and just cooking for, say, like you a chef, and I say, hey, I'm having a party, and they hire a chef. So you got a lot of
Yeah. Because I
back
was,
stories.
yeah.
You
I
got
was
a lot of
catering.
back stories to leading up into. That's exciting.
I'm in
That's
Indian
exciting.
Hill catering at 19.
Wow.
And back then, 19, Indian Hills, that was like top notch.
Right. I'm in doing private parties in Indian Hill at 19.
That's inspirational
Yeah.
on top.
And at that time, kind of didn't have a clue of the magnitude of what was going on.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in a restaurant, we cooking, and we joking about the Bengals.
Right.
And hear the door squeak and turn around, and it's who was the coach?
Anthony
again?
Munoz or somebody.
No, it was what was he died? Oh, I can't think of he's
The
coach.
coach?
Of Bengals. Yeah, he's the coach. You know, and he's standing there and he like, cause he heard us and we joking about him.
Right.
Cause Sam Weiss, that's who it was.
Okay.
It was Sam
okay.
Weiss because we had a dude that worked with us. We call him Dan Weiss, and we call him Dan Weiss. And the chef is messing with Dan, and Sam is standing behind him. And I'm trying to give him the signal, like, Craig. And he's like, Dan Weiss, this and that. He's going in, right there. This and that. And Sam standing behind him, like,
right.
And I'm trying to, like, Craig. And when he turned around, he almost passed out. And Sam busted out laughing. You know.
Right.
So it's, I don't know. You know, and like
A lot of
everybody else,
stories,
you know,
man.
the money wasn't right sometime. The kitchen was tore up. You know, I got cut and burned and, you know, probably cussed out, fired. You know,
A lot of that, yeah.
Burned up something, you
Yeah.
know. But at the end of the day, I only changed it for the world.
Yeah. Now, at this point, when did you know that this is where I want to be? I don't want to do nothing else. I
Back
want to
then?
do this. That's when you knew.
Back then. Once I walked into that kitchen, man, I think, like I say, my brother was coming home. He was geared up. I had a newborn, you know, wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, man, where you getting all this money from? He's like, I work at the restaurant down the street. I'm like, man, no, you don't. Because I couldn't fathom that because every time I seen somebody down there, they was coming.
What was it? You talking about Alfred?
Yeah.
What was he doing?
He was dishwashing.
Oh, he was dishwashing.
He was dishwashing.
Yeah.
And but he was making money.
Right.
You know, and I'm sitting at home with a newborn, just kind of like, you know, she was working, you know,
Right.
you know, and I'm like, man, where's you getting all this money from? He's like, man, I work at the restaurant down the street. No, you don't. So it was really a bluff. It was like, okay, if they hire, let me know. He's like, I'm gonna let you know. He called me. He's like, man, they you know, came in the spot one day because we lived up the street. He said, they want to talk to you. I said, who? He said, people down at the restaurant, they want to give you a job. I said, man, if I go down here and you playing, I'm gonna beat you up. I threatened him twice, right? I go down here, they interview me on the spot. I go to walk out. I was just so happy to have a job. I ain't even worried about the pay. I don't even know if they was gonna pay me.
So Alfred put you on.
Al put me on.
What up, Al? Al, what he want?
Mustafa. Mustafa put me on.
Yes.
He ended up getting my brother Mike in there. And I think I was there probably like 5 years.
Damn.
I think Al left probably
really
after year
changed your life,
2.
then.
I was there probably 5. And I think Mike was there probably about 3. And we only lived, you know.
That was you couldn't if you was ever late, boy. Come on, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wake
You right
up,
there.
brush your teeth, wash your face,
Yeah.
and walk down the street and go to work.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
walk right back. You
Yeah.
know. But it was more than a job because they became friends. They
Family.
taught me stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I talk to a lot of them today. We do
I was
things
just about to ask you
together.
that. Yeah,
You
y'all
know,
to this day y'all do stuff together.
we do stuff together.
That's what's
you
up.
know, because it's a lot of elements that go to it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So back then it wasn't. You had very few. U.S. Foods and Squirry and stuff like. These was farmers. So these farmers pulling up,
Wow.
pick up F-150.
Local farmers.
Yeah.
Wow.
The people who got the trucks now and the businesses, the Canzoro and the Canciello and Squirry and all them.
Yeah.
They had stands on Finley Market. And by the time I got old enough to go into the restaurants, they may have had a storefront.
Right.
So, and a lot of them was coming from farms. They was coming from local areas, Kentucky, Brown County, and stuff like that. So we getting. That's why it's hard for me to mess with boxes because they were bringing stuff. It still had mud on it. Still had stems.
It was real.
We were cleaning it. You know, we were.
See, that's
prepping it.
why I said with that movie. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah, we wasn't. It wasn't. Now you get the chicken. It's already broke down for you. It's cryovac. No, we were getting whole chickens, taking the feathers off, cleaning them, skinning them, cutting them, portioning them up. You know what I'm saying? And those skills a lot of times are being taught in schools. I learned them in a restaurant.
Yeah.
So when I went to school, I'm almost asleep because they teaching this stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is the school version, but this is what's going on in the real world.
Have you ever had the live chicken or something like that? Yeah.
Man, you get live chickens, you get the pots of what is the little crawdads, crabs, they live, sometimes the fish come in, it be on ice and one of them still be alive.
Right.
I'm 18 years old. Psst. Rip. Scale.
Damn.
I'm 18.
Man, I don't know what I'd do if I had to break a neck.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do.
We going to the farm picking them out.
Damn.
Down right there. You sure?
Yeah.
Rub them, feel them. Okay.
That's dope though.
Yeah.
That's what we missing these days.
Kind of like us medical field people that's old school with it.
Yeah.
A lot of new schools, they don't be ready for it. See, we got trained old school.
Yeah.
Right there, you had to go through the week of clinicals here.
Yeah.
Where you had to go through, before you passed that test. And the test, you had to go do the work.
Yeah.
These new kids, they don't have to do the work. They just take the test and come to the nursing home.
And then they find out.
Find out they ain't ready for it.
Right. They see that blood. They see that vein. They like,
or they get shit.
Right.
Shit it all. And they they go. I can't do this. I'm
18.
But that's why we went to, we had to do that clinical first, for a week or two in that clinical at the nursing home.
See if you're ready for it.
See if you're ready.
Wow.
You can take it.
Yeah, I remember she told me about that patient that doodled on your neck. I was like, what the?
Man, that mother shot it. When I first got into it,
Right.
Turned that neck. You couldn't warn me?
Wow.
Many times, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Many times.
I can't do it.
Or the glove
Ain't
break
gonna lie.
when you got the gloves on the glove. You be ready, man. You be mad as hell, but hey, that's right. I'm doing it so long, I'm like, whatever, come on.
Right.
Wash my hand, put another glove on, go back to work.
Hey, you're a good worker then. They need, that's the type they need, like you, for real, seriously, because
And
like.
be the ones that need the most help be the ones that's meanest ones.
Ooh.
Them be the meanest one. Cuss you out, call you all kind of crazy
Call
after
you 1920s names.
Oh, yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That's
Right.
crazy.
I don't even get mad. I just whisper in their ear. But you need me, don't you?
Yeah,
Hey, that kill him. Yeah, you need this. You need this in work, don't you?
You need me, don't you?
Yeah, your family left you with me.
Right.
Your family left you with me. I got
Right.
you now. You with me.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
It's all good, though, man. It's all
They be,
good.
that kill that quick. They don't ever say nothing
Yeah,
else
shut
like
it
that.
down. You be like, oh,
Okay, I gotta disrespect you like you disrespect me.
But
But you need me.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
here with me, brother.
Yes. And they
I
better be
smelling
glad
the
that
smile
it's
too,
you.
look.
They better be
with
glad
me.
it's you,
You
because
here
you ain't
with
gonna be
me.
like crazy to them.
You're
Yeah.
big Bob. You're a big Bob.
Yeah. Big Bob.
What? Big Bob.
Yes,
Yeah, you're
yes,
a big
yes.
Bob.
Yes. So we're gonna give us a quick second while we take this quick commercial break, and we're gonna come back in here and end the show with a little something. Give us a second. Thank you. Yes, we back in stack. We was learning a lot of things from Mr. Anthony Jordan about cooking, about the love you have to put into cooking and the passion and everything, and trying to give you a hint of what this lifestyle will be about. But I want to ask you, Mr. Jordan, man, what type of advice would you give to someone who's yearning to be a top chef like you?
Study. Study. A lot of times I'll spend hours just watching videos, reading books. Study. Look at other chef styles. Don't don't be afraid to take something from, 5 different chefs and create it and make it your own.
Right.
Finding your niche. I think that's what happened with me. I eventually started out, and I had dreams of cooking, filet mignon for the president, and green beans, and twice baked mashed.
Don't say green beans.
I mean,
Don't do that.
And the day I walked into that gym,
Right.
they introduced me to the gym. It swiveled because I realized
tested you, yeah.
wasn't nobody doing this.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody feeding, wasn't no chef connected to no competitive bodybuilders. Wasn't no chef connected to the workout people.
Right.
The workout community.
Right.
So the workout community forces you to learn more about nutrition.
Yes.
Because now you're dealing with people's health.
Right.
So you focusing on macros. And it was cool because the trainer would do I think it was like biometrics on the people that he was training.
Right.
He would measure them. He knew their age. He knew their health history. And he would come to me and say, hey, these are the type of meals we need with the macros for him.
Right.
And I'm, so now I just can't go in there and just throw something together. It has to be 6-ounce pieces of chicken because it's got 25 grams of protein in it. I need to find a carb, a healthy carb, that ain't pasta. Right, so it might be a sweet potato or something like that, the vegetables, and you find out a lot because people are allergic to stuff. Some stuff don't work together, together. Now you're not so much focused on the food per se, but the science of it, what it can do for the body,
Right.
And it's proven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have to definitely get more into that. Because tell me some foods that do and don't go together, because sometimes people might think like macaroni, like mashed potatoes and chicken and macaroni and green, they all supposed to go together, but some of them ain't supposed to go together, right?
No, you and this is my theory. You eat what you want to eat. You can put any combination you want to put together. Whatever makes you happy.
Customize your own food.
But in my case, I'm doing it as an entrepreneur, so it's a little bit more intricate. You know what I'm saying? It's if you don't have no health problems, people call me all the time for parties and get-togethers, and I'm going on vacation and don't have nothing to do with health. It's the convenience of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, I had a chef come in. He gonna make 6 meals and put them in the refrigerator and leave, and I'll have these when I get home.
Oh,
sometimes people don't care less. And I won't. Oh, fry me some chicken, make me some macaroni, cheese, and greens. Because it's kind of out of my, if it's for family, friends, something like that, on the business, you paying me, maybe. A wedding, something like that. But most of the time, it's kind of health conscious. And it pays off because that's how I end up getting the ball players.
Right.
I end up getting fighters.
Because they got to watch their weight, watch their calories, watch everything. Yeah.
So you cook more healthy food.
It's more kind of geared toward health conscious. It's.
So you cook like more of that.
Yeah.
Healthy
It don't
food
taste
more.
like cardboard.
Right.
Because it's substitutes.
Yeah.
It's angles. It's I'm gonna use some salt. I'm gonna use some butter. But most of the time it's gonna be I got the stuff in my refrigerator because the same stuff I'm selling, I'm eating. So it's a vegan butter.
Right.
It's a plant-based butter.
Right.
I should say.
Right.
So it's plant-based butter. I might use some sea salt, but I ain't overhanding with it.
Yes.
Right. So from where I'm getting from, correct me if I'm wrong, because you come from cooking like more upscale. So those are the type of food you eat, because a lot of upscales, they're not eating the norm macaroni, sweet potatoes, and stuff like that. They eating the steaks the asparagus and things of that nature. So that's what you gear toward because that's what you used to cooking. So if a person like I'm getting like a person saying they want some baked beans, potato salad, you ain't going there. Because that's not what you used to. That's not your.
And if I did do it, it'd be my version of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't gonna be the, country crock, just pour half a bag of sugar in there. So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like it's building a foundation. You're building a building. Food is like building a building. If you put it on a rocky foundation, it's gonna eventually fall.
Right.
So it's your foundation. What ingredients am I starting with? If I'm starting with nice brown sugar, I'm making some baked beans. Nice brown sugar, I might go find an organic tomato sauce. Or organic tomatoes. I'll cook it myself.
Okay, I get it. So,
And drop the baked beans in it. Compared to going to buy store-bought that's labeled healthy, organic, and you flip over
and it got
you
all
see
the bad
healthy
shit.
and you see organic once, and then you see like 20 words that you can't even pronounce.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have no clue what they are.
They say no sugar, but then you'll see like 20 grams of alcohol sugar.
But
it's sugar.
It ain't sugar, but it's
Substitute sugar.
Yeah.
What's the one stuff they put in the coffee?
Sweetener.
Stevia
sweetener.
might be something like that.
Yeah.
Because it ain't sugar per se, but it's xylitol or something.
Some stevia.
Yeah,
something like
stevia, exactly.
Yeah.
Aspartame, or
Yeah, I've seen
They
it.
know most people not gonna. I hate to say it, but they're kind of lazy on the research.
I seen it on a commercial. It said some of the sugar-free stuff got more sugar than the regular stuff that got sugar because it say sugar-free, but then you read the back of the label, it got
and it's what we talking
sugar
about.
in it. More sugar
crazy.
than the regular stuff. Just don't say no sugar.
It's
But,
a man-made chemical that you're probably better off just going ahead and eat the sugar.
That's what I seen on the commercial the other day. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Never made no sense to
Yeah,
that. It say no sugar, but it got a lot more substitute sugar in it than so it's like better than eating the regular stuff than
or no sugar at all. But that's
We
crazy.
had a good show today, this evening. From what I got from personal chef Tom Anthony, if you're looking for a chef with some good healthy chef, he know his stuff. I mean, he's certified. He didn't cook for some top notch people. If you want some good food, like if you went to those high end restaurants, you want that type of food, he's your man. He's not your Kentucky Fried Chicken and all that type of,
I eat Kentucky Fried.
He's not cooking, he's not that type of chef.
Right.
But if you want him to cook you up some good, clean eating foods, he's your man. And that's what I got from it. And
So Anthony, anybody that may want to donate some funding or help out in any kind of way, or even just invite you to their home to do some personal cooking, is there any way to reach you?
InVitoPersonalChef.com.
Yes.
Find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube.
Right. And it's the .org too. And it's the .org.
It's InVitoKitchen.org. ChefInVitoKitchen.org is the nonprofit.
Right. Okay. Cool. The nonprofit one. Okay. Cool. So yeah, we really enjoyed today's show, man. We learned, like I told you at the beginning. I told you anytime we do a show, we learn a lot. And today we learned a lot. We learned a lot. I still want to know some things, but
on some things, yeah. Because we about to start our own cooking show.
Okay.
Cooking with the Jordans. It's gonna be for fun.
Yeah,
Very
it's gonna be fun.
therapeutic. It's gonna be for fun. Just me and him in the kitchen, cooking up some things and just having fun. And so we're gonna need some more pointers from you. Because we probably will be cooking more of the healthy eating. Ideas of that. Of that nature and some upscale. Fancy. Fancy the upscale things.
Just be you.
Just
Whatever
be
you
us,
want to
yeah.
cook.
Yeah.
Just be you. Because it's somebody, some segment out there waiting on that show.
right.
Yeah, so
right.
We That's about to happen real soon, very, very soon. I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that because that's gonna be so fun. Then we
I
have to
can't
pick
wait. I
a
can't
day.
wait.
I keep saying on Wednesdays, but my husband said we got to sit down and we got to talk about.
Yeah, we gotta see what's up because I
You
gotta go
wanna
to work
see-
the next day. One of these days I won't have to go to work.
Day, which day?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we get it. We're gonna get it together. But like we said, we all had a ball today. We had a good time. Our ears are filled with joy, and our hearts are filled with passion, and our noses can't wait to smell certain things. And you know what? That bag over there that you heated up looking kind of good right now. It's only one bag and 4
It's
people.
still
I
warm.
just cooked
It's
it
still
before I got
warm,
here.
too.
Yeah.
Right.
It's still warm too.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So we're going to get on up out of here. We hope y'all enjoyed today's show, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for next week's show. We're going to have something special for you, so get ready. And I got to say, we are out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in.
thank you for coming, Anthony.
Thank you for
Peace.
the invite.
Yes, sir. Peace out. We out.